How's everybody doing? So Nintendo 76 back with you here. And what we're doing is the extended video for me taking off the rear differential cover and draining the fluid out and getting it ready for the new cover and new fluid. Now, normally they tell you to take out the fill plug before you even drop this cover. I don't have to do that because the new cover I'm putting on does have a drain plug and a fill plug into that cover. Okay, so that's not a problem. But if you're doing just a normal cover like this replacement, or even putting your stock cover back on, do loosen that drain or fill plug. Sorry, not drain plug, fill plug first before you even take your cover off. Because if you can't get that fill plug out, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So, anyways, let's go past that. And tool wise, I have the socket here, which is 13 millimeter, which will fit all my bolts. Okay. Then past that, once I get the bolts out, I need to split the cover loose because there is a gasket from the factory. So you want a flathead to kind of drive that loose. And do make sure you have a drain plug to catch your fluid as it comes out. There's like 2.5, give or take, depends on how old your vehicle is and what it's used and what it's leaked. But anyways, so keep up with us, and this is what we're fixing to do. So, we're going to start at the top here, and we have a bracket that is for the brake lines here. I'm going to take this one out first. So, give me a second. Let me get started and get this one out. I know this might be a little bit of a long video, but I hope you stick with us till the end. Alright, that one's off. Now once that's off, you see my bracket that holds my brake lines and stuff comes loose. So that's off. Now before I keep doing the rest of the top, I'm going to take my 3, 4, 5 out of the bottom. I'll start with the center here. And the reason I'm doing that is I do hope that it starts leaking before I get the rest of the bolts out. If not, that's what the flathead's for, so that we can pry it off of the differential and let the fluid start coming out. Now, all these bolts, I will not need them when I go to the new cover, which is a Yukon gear cover. But I will not throw these bolts away. They will be put into a bag. They'll be marked of what they're for, so that later down the road, if I need these bolts, I've got them. Now at this point, I am starting to smell the rear differential fluid. If you've ever smelled it, it's got a distinct smell. If you haven't, you will very quickly realize what the smell is. It smells nasty. I would say a few things of what it smells like, but then YouTube may not like my video. Now the new cover itself does come with washers and bolts, along with a new cover that are put in with a Allen wrench, and they look kind of nice. You know, once we get to that part, you'll see those and see what they look like. me keep going here. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I've only had this truck for a little over 6 months, barely over 6 months. But it feels like somebody has had this cover off once before. And the reason I say that, I feel like there's probably black RTV on this cover. And if they have, I extremely appreciate that. It'll make my job better and maybe a little easier. Maybe not. I might have to do more cleanup on this differential than I want to do. And it could even be factory. Now, one of the hard things here is this bolt here. My lines, which these are brand new lines that I put in. They're from, I can't remember the company. If you want to ask, I'll tell you, then I'll put it in a comment. But since this bracket's off, it makes it easier to move. So I can slightly move it down without breaking my line. Even on a stock, same deal. And get it so far out to where I can hand turn stuff. Boom, out. Then I have one bolt left here. Same deal, I push the line just slightly up without breaking anything. My new lines shouldn't break because they're still kind of new. There's no rust, they're still pretty flexible. But on a stock line, you can actually break a stock line pretty easy just doing what I'm doing. So if you're just running with your stock line still, or even some cheap ass Advance or AutoZone or O'Reilly or even Napa lines, be careful, they can be broke easy. Okay, so let's get this last bolt out here, and that's done. Now on this cover, I can tell it's been kind of hit a couple times here. All right, so it's not just easily coming off for me. I'll put my pan kind of out of my way until I need it. All right, if you hear that sound, it sounds wet and juicy. It's coming loose. And there we go. We got fluid coming out. Now these rear differentials are supposed to have 2.5 ounces of fluid. And we're just going to slowly peel this bad boy off. Smells like overwarmed death. And I don't know, I would probably put, I can't really tell. If I want to, I could use a measuring cup and see how much fluid actually came out of it. I would say it probably does have the 2.5. But as you can see, my gears are here. Let me turn the tire for you. Everything moves nice and smooth inside. And we just kind of got a little drip down. Now the good thing for me that I'm seeing here, let me get this put up out of the way if I can without breaking anything. We're just going to slightly push it to the top of the differential. This line's not really in my way. Let me look at my pan. It's been taken off before. It does not have a factory seal on it, but whatever asshole worked on this vehicle before only put fucking RTV, and that kind of pisses me off. Just barely on the fucking inside. If that's factory, I hope that motherfucker's in the grave. Yeah, no. Sorry about my language. But that's pitiful. That's very pitiful. That's probably whoever worked on the vehicle before I had it. And even that's pitiful. So anyways, clean off will be very easy on this. I am going to take a Scotch-Brite because I have a little bit of rust up here. And that's because it wasn't sealed very well. Then once that's done, I'm going to clean this all up. I'm going to let this drip off until tomorrow to make sure most of the fluid gets out and gets, gone like it should be. And then I'm going to clean up this surface and we'll get it ready for the new Yukon differential cover. But as of right now, this video is at its end. If you will, like, subscribe, comment, follow, and share. Until next time, y'all have a wonderful day. Centennial 76 out.